Right, hello everyone. So this is gonna be the actual first video with my new PC. I'm gonna do some gameplay analysis of scrims, which means there's like 40 to 50 duos in a game. No, actually 30 to 50 duos in a game, which means 60 to 100 players that are competitive, good, know what they're doing, going for the win. And the whole point of this scrim is to just win. We practice for like a skirmish and tournaments and stuff like that, because in the end of the day, the winning is what matters. The kills are not as much, because you can just kill a lot of randoms in these games, and in the skirmish it's not going to be as easy, so we focus more on winnings. So yeah, what I'm going to show you is a gameplay from a scrim where I make it into a position. Okay, this game I didn't win. If you want a winning gameplay for next one, tell me, but I just think it's better show losing gameplay, because you can learn more from losing. So I'm gonna go through my mistakes, or not always mistakes, just different thought processes that I had throughout the gameplay, what I decided to do, why I did that, and how the environment, which is everything that happens that doesn't involve me, affects the gameplay, and why I decided to do what I decided to do. Tell me if you prefer shorter videos where I just show the main parts, or a little bit longer videos where I show also little details that are important in my opinion to the gameplay, even though they're not as significant as people might think. So yeah, let's get into the video. So first thing you see, I already marked haunted on the map. We decide to go haunted. How we decide where we land is a place we know. We can get a nice amount of mats. Sorry. A place we get a nice amount of loot, and places not gonna be many players around it. So example, in scrims we don't go tilted, we don't go salty, we don't go dusty. Dusty is okay sometimes, but we usually go either haunted or tomato or the gas station at Westworld and stuff like that. So let's go to when we land. First thing I did is land on a scar. So a gun, it doesn't matter what gun it was. If it was a great PSO, I still land on it. The most important thing when you land is to get a gun. If you don't have a gun, you can't fight. Doesn't matter how many mats you have, or how many grenades, boot bombs. If you don't have a gun, you can't kill him. So that's the first thing I focus on when I land. If I see a guy going to that gun, he can have the gun. I'm not going for the gun. It's not worth risking your life just for an opportunity to kill someone that not gonna really affect the gameplay. If you can get a gun later and go with your teammate and kill him. One of the things I really hate is early game fighting. I try to avoid it as much as possible, but if I'm forced to it, that's what happens, and I try to do my best. Don't worry about wasting mats in those early game situations, because it's better having nothing and alive than dead with, you know, nothing. I route this place very specifically, so both me and my teammate, in this case, have them. We get to the same position after we do the entire map, or the entire city. It's very important to have a good route that you cover as much ground in as little time as possible. Why? Because every second matters when you're outside the storm. You wanna maximize your profits, or maximize your loot, just because, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. You saw I got a golden deagle. We usually get that over any SMG, because you can go, you can shoot through wooden walls always, and you can shoot through new walls. If it's metal or brick, it's just gonna work like that. It's a very useful tool. Does a lot of damage. One of my favorite weapons to have for scrims. It's a high risk, high reward. If your aim is good, high reward as well, as low risk.
Yeah, the sound is pretty far.
I will continue a little bit, because it's not very important when we loot.
I think the reason we don't
so we got full shields, which is perfect. You're not always gonna get full shield, but that's okay. You should go to places where you know you can count on getting shield, and this place is pretty reliable. Also, it happens that I don't get shield, but there's also a forest with mushrooms next to us, and we can use that to our advantage in case we don't get shields.
No. I don't really have.
You go to the houses next to us
You're
instead of going to on the mountain. The mountain has rifts. We like to use the rifts, but the problem is too many teams go there. We don't like to contest it, and the cars are a pretty reliable tool. They're always faster than the storm. If you can use the turbo, you're always gonna be faster than the storm. And if you aren't faster, you can go to the plains.
I have stink grenades.
That's pretty good.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can go.
So after we loot a little bit, we go to we start using the cars. It's very important to notice the timing right there.
Yeah.
I always like to go to the cars before the storm starts or just after it starts. Why? Because it lowers the chance of people trapping us inside the storm. This game we did pretty good. There against we kind of miss it and are late on schedule, and that's okay. But you should try to avoid it. I see this purple vending machine, and I really like that. You can get a grappler or a shotgun. So it wasn't enough. I didn't have enough materials to justify the fight. But you saw that I just saw someone inside the house. I first looted the house. I didn't see anyone. It didn't look looted because the wooden I don't know, the wooden thing in the first floor wasn't destroyed, which is a pretty good indication no one was there because it's a very good source of wood, and I didn't understand why no one was there. So I was still, oh, maybe there's someone here, but inside of my head I didn't think anyone was there. But after I heard someone moving, so I went to check. I saw him in the window. I went inside the house. This is the first mistake I make. Never fight by yourself. If you have a team next to you, call him. I told my teammates I see someone, but I still should have just placed the wall where you see me, foot of stairs, waited, and after that fight. Because why? Because the guy can kill you and instantly finish you. You don't want that. The most important thing is to keep both of the players alive. It's more firepower or materials, just better stuff. I didn't do that, and let's see what happens. He had the right hand advantage, shot me. Thankfully I didn't die. I killed him. Very lucky. That's a very lucky kill. It's a pretty big mistake by me. And mistake happens, you can't avoid them, but that's a mistake that is just non-excusable. Why? Because it could easily be prevented just by not doing anything. That's when doing nothing is the best. Thankfully I killed him. We continue. We hear people fighting south-southwest, which is means in front of me. So I told my teammate, I don't want to fight, we'll just dip. The storm is coming anyways, and it's just a risk of losing materials, health, and potentially our lives. I decided to go from the left of the mountain because I didn't know if they could see us from the right of the mountain. Still, the thought process is very important. You have to think not only about how it's gonna affect you, but how other people are gonna be affected by the storm and by the situation you put them inside when you expose yourself like that.
I kept going to yeah. I can pick it up.
Once we got inside the storm, we decided we wanna bailed up and get safe. So the storm is pretty close to us. We're literally on the border, so we just decided to get the cars and get inside to next to Tomato Town or Tomato Temple. But I saw a guy. I didn't want to fight them, but when you see people like that, a nice little shot, always nice. Why? Because they're not gonna go for you from that far, and you can just do a little bit of damage. Don't be too excessive because some people are pretty stupid and they keep trying to go for you. So you always have to think if it's worth the risk. In my position, it was worth the risk. I had a deagle. It was a very, very far shot. I hit him in the head, 100 damage. So it justified it. But even if I didn't hit, it was okay. Because it was far enough that I had a car, I could run away. If he was close, I would never shoot him. I would just run away from him and from the teammate that he had, and just try to get to safety. But I was far enough to. Yeah, I already said I was just far enough to justify it. It always depends on the situation you're in, how much health you're in, how much healing you have. You also have to take that into consideration. We quickly ran away next to the tunnel, but we got shot from Dusty. I didn't want to continue go down the road because we could just easily get shot, so I went behind the mountain. which is what you
And
want
then
to do. You want to
force
avoid
them out
fighting.
the north.
The problem is the team was pretty hungry to fight.
Let's hope we don't get shot at.
It's a pretty stupid decision on their part.
getting
Like when you
landed
see a team, you don't want to fight them. You want to avoid. I hit a
not
really
going
good
well.
headshot,
Okay.
and after I hit that, we just had to fight.
Fair
Why?
enough, we
I
could-
did too much damage to
Okay.
to like not fight him. I easily kill him because he was already low, and that's what won us the fight.
See, fell
Because it's
down.
now a 1v2. I decided not to push him because I don't want to die, as I explained earlier. That's why I thought to myself, it's not worth risking a 1v1 and dying. Then just wait a 5 seconds for my team to come.
Getting shot at,
Thankfully, he just
down.
pushed me, so I just killed him with that. But after that, we just got shot because, like I said earlier, this is a pretty stupid fight. You don't want to have those fights, and another team
There's only one
heard
guy.
it. I wasn't sure if it's one guy or two guys, so we stayed at our place. I only saw one guy, but I still assumed there's two because it's a little hot next to
One in
us.
the box and one behind the roof.
My teammate confirmed it's two guys, so I didn't want to fight them. If there's one guy, you want to fight usually, because you can gain more than you can lose, and it's pretty easy to kill one guy. Since it was two guys, I just didn't want to fight. I told my team let's just dip, but we really couldn't. They
They shot
kept
him,
shooting rocket launcher, stuff like that. One of the very important things I do here is I hold my wall when he shoots the rocket launchers. Why? If he has a deagle. I don't know, it can kill me. My teammate got shot by a sniper. Pretty unlucky. I saw his perspective. It just was an unlucky situation with lag, but he died, so that's the situation. I have to go on a 1v1 as fast as I can. So you see me pushing the guy. I kill him, thankfully. Shoot the other guy as well. I shoot the other guy again. I'm assuming he is low. I shot him already for over 130 HP. I'm assuming he's low. Unfortunately, he had minions. I didn't hear him use it, so it didn't go across my head. My main priority when my teammate dies is my teammate. I really don't care about the other team. All I care about is my teammate, because the other team is not gonna help me win the game, but my teammate will. So I tried to go to my teammate. I got shot, but the other guy just finished my teammate. That was a really retarded thing on his part. That's what killed him. Like trying to kill my teammate when you didn't need to. Very, very retarded. I didn't go for his teammate. And that's what I really hate about the Fortnite community sometimes. Like, why just kill? Why just finish the guy when you're in the middle of the fight? Just to ruin the game. Like, you can save your teammate easily. But no, like, you're gonna kill mine. That's a pretty stupid decision on his part, and it cost him the game because it exposed him to me. I shot him and killed him. And I'm happy that I killed him, because if I wouldn't, I would be pretty mad. So, yeah. Now I'm left all by myself. I need to get as many materials as I can, as much healing, as much stuff to give me an upper edge on the end game. I quickly look around, try to get as much stuff as I can, double check, blah blah blah. Then I go towards the zone. Once I see the zone, I see there's many builds on it. Means teams have already fortified it. I get the carrot to get in quickly, but I quickly run out of it once I'm inside, because it can be really a standing duck, just waiting to get shot. I'm not destroying the trees just so I don't cause attention, just in case people don't see me, so they won't see the tree getting like destroyed. I decided to build on the side of the mountain. Why? There's less angles you can get shot from. They can't shoot through the mountain, obviously. So I fortify my defense. Yeah.
Alright, tell me when you're in a safe spot. Alright, then look at this.
Now it becomes a waiting game. Nothing you can really do.
Yeah.
Just wait for the next zone to see what happens. So I see the zone 4 or 5. It's really close to me. So when the zone is that close to me, I just decide, you know what? Let's just get inside. It's worth getting maybe a little bit shot. Thankfully I didn't get shot because I did the right thing. I just got there and built quickly. I decided to build a 2x1, or like that's the layer I was in. I think you know what I mean, like 2 wide. So it worked out because it makes people think that you're 2 players, even though I'm not. I'm not always gonna do that because I don't always have the maps. In this case, I felt like it was justified because even though the teams next to me knew I was one guy, the teams that would come wouldn't know. And there was a mountain in front of me, so people wouldn't know I'm one guy. So in this case, I think it was justified. But you can just do a 1-by-1, and it's still gonna work just fine.
Yep.
One of the things I notice is people fighting. I always want to have an angle of them, but the problem is my right side is exposed to the little build next to me. I didn't want to get shot, so I just kept an eye on them. The other teams didn't interest me anymore. As long as I'm in danger, I don't care about other people. I only care about myself. I quickly do this edits just to check everything. I lower my my field of view just to get this extra 10-20 FPS I can. You want to get every single frame you can in these end zones. I have RTX 2080 and I can barely get over 100 FPS in the end zones. Like, come on. It's pretty stupid, but that's just how the game is. No one has good FPS. Doesn't matter what PC you have. Like, I've never seen someone with good FPS in the end zones. So yeah. I'm gonna go to the next zone already because nothing interesting happened. Basically all I do is just check if I can shoot someone. If I can, I just edit my wall back, and that's it. I see the zone is really close to me, so I decided to myself, should I go under the mountain or should I go on the mountain? I decided to go under the mountain because less people can see me and shoot me, but it's still a team above me. They don't have a good angle to shoot me, so I thought they couldn't shoot me, and it's worth risking this little 1 second time that they could shoot me. I did the right decision. I decided to build with metal just because rocket launchers, deagles are less effective against metal, and I didn't use metal all game, so it was justified in this case. I think that was the right decision. I didn't make any mistakes there. I really couldn't play it better. I had pretty good high ground. I could see everything coming towards me. I could see everyone above me. I thought there was no one above me, except players drifting. I thought maybe I could shoot some. It didn't work out, but that's okay. You're not gonna always shoot when you have low FPS. You're not always gonna hit it. I decided to build another floor because I thought people were gonna start getting high ground. There's also this little brick tower behind me that I thought was gonna shoot me. And I always had to make sure they didn't. I always had to be very vigilant about it. At the end, they start shooting at me, as you can see. So I decided to build with brick. Why I decided to build with brick? Brick is less, you can see left, right than you can see with wood. And obviously it's more durable. I see the teammate of the guy that's shooting me is coming to me, so I quickly build a cone under me and decide to go under. Just because it's more safe to be like that. It's better to stay alive than just try to go into a stupid fight that's not gonna give me anything. The zone is pretty far away from me. I have to look at the area to see what is gonna happen. I'm gonna rock the escape and the rotation. Where people can come from. Is there a guy under me? Is there a guy on the left? Is there a guy above me? I start to think to myself in my head to calculate all the stuff I need to do. And yeah. Okay, I sound like a fucking physicist. No, it's just you do it in a split second. It's not like it's that complicated. You just see there's a guy under me, a guy above me. I'll place a wall above me, then I quickly jump because he can't shoot me in that area. Because of the lag, my wall didn't place, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens. That's shitty. I quickly tried to block myself and put the root above my head, but it didn't work because of the lag. Again, it happens. Like, nothing you can do about it. Complaining is not gonna fix it, so you just have to deal with the situation as it comes and hope that nothing happened. I get shot down after I build my 1x1, which is pretty bad. At least I got my grappler and a little bit of materials. I tried to get high ground, but I get 50 FPS, so my build didn't go through, which was too bad. So I just decided that I'll turn my little cone. I'll just try to get to the zone, and I managed to get inside just in time. My main concern now is to not fight. I see a guy dying next to me, so I thought, oh, I can pick up his materials. I didn't see where his materials were, and the guy literally came next to me, so I just came inside my build again. And I should have seen where the materials fell. That's a pretty big mistake because that's what could determine the end of the game. Having no materials is the biggest loss you can have. Doesn't matter if you have a grappler or not. If you can't build, you can't continue. I quickly see if there's someone above me. I get shot. That's the first mistake I had. And you need to watch my back. I quickly check there's no one above me. And I saw there's a guy. I want to take the high ground. I want to take his materials. I decided to not take the materials because I thought it's not the health risk, and that's the most crucial mistake of the game in my opinion. I could have just easily taken the materials. I don't know how much he had, but it was more than I had.
Unlucky.
And I saw. I'm gonna rewind a little back to what happened. So I'm gonna go through step by step. So I got shot from my right. I should have seen that. Should have placed a wall, and I should have just tried to trap him in the storm. Like it just keep him there. But I wanted high ground to see who's above me. I see I can easily get up. The guy built didn't see me, and I killed him. The first thing that goes through my mind is how can I get his materials? I really need his materials. As you can see, I have 80, 210, and 300. So I'm like, okay, that's really low. That's the first thing I thought about. That really low. So I'm like, okay, I'll shoot him. Then the storm already came to me, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna lose too much health, and I'm not gonna be able to make it. So I just decided better over that. But the problem is, I didn't know how much he had, and I needed it. I had a grappler and had 2 medkits. Even though medkit take 10 seconds, I could just easily grab the materials, grapple inside, and start healing again and start building. Because once you see, I keep building. I already go to grip. The FPS is really low. Everyone's gliding above me. Everyone's fighting below me. I need to be very careful. I see the snow above me. I try to block the guy. See, I'm already on metal. So when I see I'm on metal, I'm like, fuck. I need to kill someone. I need materials ASAP. I have only 250 or like 25 walls to place or whatever. So I look down. Look at the FPS. 76. What you don't want to do when you have 74, 76 FPS is use a deagle. It's a very precision based weapon, and I didn't have the precision when I have such low FPS. I should have used my AR. My AR was silenced, and the guy just easily killed me because he had the shotgun in close range. And that's me not taking the materials. It's probably the most crucial mistake of the game. If I didn't do it, I could just easily have high ground, stay there, heal, and probably place top 3 or win the game. So yeah, thank you for watching. Tell me what you think I could have done better, or what yeah, pretty much that. What do you want to see next video? I'll do a win gameplay. I think people will be interested in it. Yeah, thank you for watching. See ya.